Alright, bunch of magic time. Playing some Mono Blue Reservoir in Standard. And this hand's not bad. Not really insane, but it's reasonable. Missing a Inspiring Statuary from being the nut draw. So, Island, our Renegade map. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Evolving Wilds, cracks it. Gets a Plains. Okay. Well, play an Island, play Glintness Crane. Do a bit of digging. Yeah, we gotta take Statuary, I think, here. Once we get one more land, it'll be awesome. I guess we can just get that land with map if we need to. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Oh boy. The old mono-white Evolving Wilds deck. I think we're just gonna Ornithopter, Bone Saw, and Reverse Engineer. Whiffed on lands. Okay. Pass the turn. Would have been nice to draw a land there. I guess we can get it with map next turn and play Statuary. And then we're kind of off to the races with this paradoxical outcome. Pass the turn. Renewed Faith. Combo! It's a combo! Alright. Build your own 4/4. I mean, I guess you got us. Well, crack map. Get an island. Play the Island, play Inspiring Statuary, get in with our Glintness Crane, and pass the turn. 25 life, doesn't matter. Our opponent's life total is completely irrelevant unless they get above 50 somehow. Another Lone Rider. Okay. And Geist of the Lonely something. Vigil. Opponent gets in for 4. It's going to flip this other Lone Rider. I mean, it's not impossible we lose to this. We're at 16. We draw a Glintness Crane. How do we do this? Play Glint Nest. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to take the chance on Glint Nest. Hope we hit a 0-mana artifact. There's a lot of upside in doing it this way. What do we get from our Crane? We have, what, 6 0-mana artifacts left in our deck? And it's a whiff. Alright. Well, everything to the bottom. Pass the turn. We're actually not in great shape here, in all honesty. We can draw a bunch of cards, but we can't really gain that much life with Reservoir. Another Geist of the Lonely Vigil. Yep. Opponent goes attacking. They have trample, so we can't really block them. Opponent hits us, so we 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick up our stuff. We did draw land. And some more 0-mana stuff, so that works. Play the Island. Play Reservoir. And then just play our 0-mana stuff. Bone Saw. Gain some life. Watch our opponent have some random artifact destruction sitting in their hand. You never know. Alright. Resolve. So we Ornithopter. Gain some more life. Up to 13. Bone Saw. Gain some life. Up to 17. So now at least we're not in danger of dying. Pass the turn. And we'll discard Inspiring Statuary and a Glintness Crane, I think. Opponent gets in for 8. They are getting close to being above 50, as weird as that sounds. So it'd be nice if we could actually kill our opponent this turn. Aerial Responder. Or we're going to have to Reservoir twice. We could also just draw something and bounce all our opponent's stuff. We draw an Island. Well, play the Island. Play Prophetic Prism. Draw a card. Looking for another paradoxical outcome. Reverse Engineer is also good. Play Glintness Crane. Gain some life. Get a blocker. Now we just want the cheapest artifacts possible, I think, for the most part. Especially our free artifacts. Alright, Ornithopter works. Put some good stuff to the bottom. Play another Glintness Crane. Gain some more life. Take a... Well, we might have to take Prophetic Prism for the card draw. Take Prism. We're not winning this turn anyway. And then just play Renegade Map. Up to 19. And pass the turn. So we're out of the danger zone of dying to these... It that rides as ones. Off the Renewed Faith. The guys aren't doing much of anything. Well, that's our opponent got. Opponent's deck is spicy. I don't know if it's... I mean, Geist of the Lonely Vigil's pretty bad. 5 mana. 4 mana. Opponent. Quarantine Field. Probably gonna hit our Reservoir. Thankfully, we have another Reservoir. Yep, Reservoir down. We do gotta make sure the second Reservoir actually sticks, because that's our win condition. If they both got exiled, we'd be in trouble. Opponent hits us down to 11, which means we would like to find a paradoxical outcome before we play it. So let's reverse engineer. Play an island. Play a Glintnest Crane. Whiff. I feel like we've put a lot of our good stuff to the bottom. Play Prophetic Prism. There's Engulf the Shore. Alright. Whew! That's good news. That's very good news. We'll play an Ornithopter now, since we do Engulf, just to have another blocker in case of, like, Declaration in Stone or something. Play the Renegade map, since it comes into play tapped. Pass the turn. Yeah, Engulf buys us close to infinity amount of time to find Paradoxical Outcome. And once we find Paradoxical Outcome, then we get to play the other Reservoir and win. Opponent attacks, attacks, attacks. I think we're going to give up on one Crane for safety's sake, just to make sure. You never know what crazy... I have no idea what's going on in this deck. And some really random, I don't know, mass pump spell type thing could steal the game. Opponent's up to 65. Plays Cataclysmic Gearhulk. I do not understand what's happening. Go wide with creatures. Kill all your creatures. Well, this is bad. This is really bad. Play Glintnest Crane. Or keep Glintnest Crane and... Actually, no. Keep Ornithopter and Inspiring Statuary. We lose a lot of stuff. I wonder if it's possible we lose now from that. Cataclysmic Gearhulk is not a real magic card. Implement of Improvement. Well, play Prophetic Prism. We gotta find our Mass Bounce. That's it. Paradoxical Outcome. That is our way to stay in this game. Our only way, I think. So play Prism, draw a card. We have 3 left. We lost a lot of stuff to this random Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Just to confirm, not a real magic card. Paradoxical Outcome. There it is. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We also have to make sure we don't die. Opponent only has 1 card, though. I think we just play Implement. Play Implement. And pass the turn. So I think our main... Well, I think our main plan is just to block. Opponent has Odric, Lunarch, Marshall. And that's fine. So we just get to bounce everything. So yeah. We just Engulf the Shore. Bounce the Dorks. Opponent can't recast much. And when they recast Cataclysmic, it's not going to do much. There's a Lone Rider. Whew! Well, we might be surviving this Cataclysmic. Another Inspiring Statuary. Well, play Aetherflux Reservoir. Play Ornithopter. Gain a bit of life. Pass the turn. So I'm expecting our opponent will just Cataclysmic Gearhulk right away. And then in response, we will bounce all of our stuff. Regal Caracal. Interesting. That's not what we expected. Well, that's fine. Opponent plays Caracal. So we're going to Paradoxical Outcome. Bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah, I think that's all. Pick up a bunch of our stuff. Another Engulf is also good. Play the land. There is a concern about... There is a concern of losing... We still don't have another Paradoxical Outcome. We can't lose this Reservoir or we can't win the game. That's the main concern. Well, let's play Ornithopter. Gain some life. Reverse Engineer. See if we can draw into Paradoxical Outcome. That would make our life much easier. Another Reverse Engineer. Play Ornithopter. I think we give it another spin. Play Ornithopter. Play Implement of Improvement. Reverse Engineer again. Did not draw into it. And now I think we pass. Probably going to lose a lot of our stuff. Discard the lands. Although if our opponent cataclysmics now, it actually hurts them a lot. There's Odric. Sure. Okay. That's fine. So now I'm feeling a little better again. Still would love to find the paradoxical outcome. Opponent gets in, gains a bunch more life. Question's going to be, can we actually kill them? Ornithopter. Well, play Prophetic Prism. Draw a card. There's a paradoxical outcome. So that can save our Reservoir. Play Ornithopter. Play Prism. Play Baral's Expertise. I wonder if there's any chance of winning here. So play Baral's Expertise. Bouncing our Ornithopters. Pick them all up. Up to 32. Man, it's a long ways to go. Play our Inspiring Statuary. Gain some life. Up to 37. Ornithopter. The problem is we got to get over 100 to actually kill our opponent here. Ornithopter. Ornithopter. Play the land. Engulf the shore. Oh, I think we're actually going to do it. Wow! Bounce all creatures. Gain some life. What a combo turn. Ornithopter. Whoa! Ornithopter. Up to 88. Ornithopter. Up to an exact 100. And then paradoxical outcome. Pick up our Ornithopters. Third time this game. Use them to cast it for 1 mana. Ornithopters coming back. And then we get to 50 our opponent and 50 our opponent. Well, our opponent is playing a interesting deck, but that was still super impressive. Oh, goodness. Well, definitely Engulf the Shores. Number 1 most important card we can have. Otherwise, we got to protect our Reservoir. And Negate doesn't stop Cataclysmic. Maybe we go Rebukes. Maybe that's the best way. And just go down Glitness Cranes and try it like that. Alright, we'll play and keep this hand. Not bad. I mean, we got card draw. A little bit light on artifacts, but there's an artifact. Play a land, pass the turn. We also have Whir to get something. Topplegeist. Spicy. We'll play the land, and I guess we pass. We can't really do anything here. Yes. Opponent cycles. They have all the life gain synergies. Plays the plains. And, I mean, you gotta get in for 1, right? Gets in. We take it. Play the island. Play Ornithopter. Play Bonesaw. And I think we just pass. Well, we can't whir for 3, can we? Never mind. We'll just reverse engineer. Ugh. All lands and a whir. Well, we get them out of the way. Oketra's Monument. Seems like this deck probably does not get along very well with... Engulf the Shore. Well, let's play Implement. Pass the turn. Spend a whir to get our Inspiring Statuary. Opponent cracks Evolving Wilds. Another Topplegeist. Making some warriors. Man, Cataclysmic is so weird in this deck. I'm not certain that you want to play... Oketra's Monument and Cataclysmic in the same deck. Opponent gets in for 1. Oh no, I didn't whir. Oops. Gonna get yelled at for that, I'm sure. Well, let's pass the turn. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. Opponent plays a land. Actually, you might just win next turn. Whir for Reservoir. So maybe it's fine that we didn't whir. Although we have 2 whirs, so it still wasn't right. So we can whir for Reservoir, double Reservoir, land Baral's Expertise, 2 life, play Reservoir for free, play. Is that enough to kill our opponent? It might actually not be. Oketra the True, okay. And aerial responder. Well, opponent's gone super wide. Attacks, 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 attacks. Well, we'll just block a 1/1. If we word next turn, our odds of winning would probably be higher. I wasn't thinking this tapped when it entered. I was thinking the weird delirium clause, but it does tap something when it enters as well. Alright, so let's whir. Grab Reservoir. Drop to 14. I mean, I think we just go for it. We could draw something here as well. Renegade Map. I don't think that changes things. Opponent only has one card in hand. Play an island. We were for Statuary. Gives us 5 mana. Baral's Expertise. Play Reservoir. How much life do we gain? We've cast 1 spell. Baral's Expertise will gain us 2 life. Putting Reservoir into play will gain us 3 life. Then Bonesaw, 8 life. Next one, 10 life. Next one, 12 life. I think we're going to come up just short. I mean, I guess we do it, though. So, we Baral's Expertise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Gain a life. Put Reservoir into play. Gain a life. Up to 14. Play Ornithopter. Up to 20. Bonesaw. Up to 28. Renegade Map. Up to 38. Alright, pass the turn. See what our opponent can do. Sacred Cat makes a token. Question is, what's their last card? If their last card isn't a way to deal with our reservoirs, still a pretty good chance we win next turn. It'll depend on what we draw, though. Opponent gets in a huge hit. Down to 21. Because we can whir for card draw. Implement can draw us another card off of the prism we get, so we do have 2 extra draws to hopefully do what we need to do. We could also just draw into Paradoxical Outcome or something, and then that's certainly game over. Oh, or we draw Reverse Engineer. That's even better. Well, now we got tons of options. Play an island, Reverse Engineer. Now it's hard to imagine that we fizzle from here. We get to draw 3. I mean, we could draw like all lands off this or something, which we did. Whir of Invention. X2. Jeez, that was a horrible Reverse Engineer. Get a Prism. Draws us a card. Ornithopter's good. Play Ornithopter. Up to 33. Play Implement of Improvement. Up to 41. Man, we're 1 mana short from being able to just counter our own Implement. Alright, let's pass. I don't think... we could spin the wheel and we'd have to hit a 0 mana artifact. 1 of 5 in our deck. Odds are not good. So I think we pass, leave up the counter for a Cataclysmic or something. Try again next turn. But we are going to need to draw something. We need a Paradoxical Outcome to just win the game. We'll probably counter just about anything here. We do have 1 extra draw, thanks to Implement. Opponent gets in, and we have all 4 Engulf the Shores in our deck, which would be awesome. Down to 22. And we gain 2 life off this too, which is not completely irrelevant. If we don't have to counter, we'll sack it end of turn. Quarantine Field, yep. So we got a Metallic Rebuke. Come on, deck! Give us an I win card. We gain a bit of life. Mostly protect our reservoirs, though. Engulf the Shore, Paradoxical Outcome. Or other redraws. Opponent passes. Well, Prophetic Prism. Redraw number 1. Gains us some life. Come on, Paradoxical Outcome. Oh, Engulf is good. I think we're going to crack our Implement. Oh, do we win here? I think we do. Sacrifice Implement, because we get to recast the Ornithopters and a Renegade Map. Play Renegade Map. Up to 32. play the land, engulf the shore, bounce everything, 35, 38, replay Ornithopter, 42, 46, replay Ornithopter, 51, 56. Oh, goodness. We got there. Etherflux Reservoir. Whew! Well, that was a really weird match, and our opponent's deck was super spicy, but we got there. Good God. Whew!
Thanks for watching the video. If you're subscribed, make sure to hit that bell icon to get notifications for all the latest videos. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you can find the next video right here.